I just wanted to come on here real quick and drop this message for y'all today. A lot of people, you will find that you're not able to help. You cannot help everybody. You cannot. Some people must learn the hard way. So let's talk about it. In this life, you will find that there are some people that you're not going to be able to help. And that's absolutely okay. You just have to be aware of that. And that when you see these people that are unhelpable, knowing what to do and knowing how to just back away and letting go and allowing people to learn and awaken to the truth in whatever way that God intends for them to do so. It's very easy as a kind-hearted individual, a chosen one, one who has awakened spiritually themselves. It's very easy to believe or to see everybody past what you see. It's very easy to see people at the core essence of themselves, or who you believe them to be, or who you know they can be, or who you desire them to be, instead of who they actually are in front of you. It's very easy to see people for this potential. But that's why I'm here, and I'm here to tell you that you can't see the potential in everybody. You can't help the potential that's in everybody, because not everybody sees the potential within themselves. And if they do, not everybody is willing to go within themselves and bring that potential forth to manifest something beneficial for themselves or their lives. So that's why it's important to understand that you cannot help everybody and that everybody has to awaken at their own time. Now, some you will know that you're able to help because when you help them or try to help them, or you try to give them some feedback or input or advice, they're susceptible to it. They're open to it. They'll hear you out. They'll ask questions. You'll feel when somebody desires help from you, or that can use a hand and that genuinely want to be better than what they currently are, to become the best version of themselves. You'll know it. You'll feel it. You'll sense it in the person. And you'll also sense when people do not want to be helped. And when people are pushing you away. And when people are stuck in their ways and desiring to stay the same. You cannot talk to these people. You cannot try to change people. That is not your job. Everyone must go through that awakening and come to the moment of truth for themselves. So you do not cast your pearls before swine. In other words, you do not give or waste good things on people who aren't going to appreciate them. You do not waste your good words on people who aren't going to receive them. It also says that the words of the godly encourage many, but the fools are destroyed because of the lack of common sense. You see, so you're not able to just give away your precious light. You're not able to just give away your words to deaf ears. To whom shall I speak and give warning to that can hear? Their ears are closed and they cannot listen. So in the same sense, you're going to run into people who you're not going to be able to help. And sometimes you will even find that while you're trying so hard to help somebody with their potential, you end up losing bits and pieces of yourself. Or you end up going to the level at which they are, which is not you, which is not who you truly are. You end up turning into something that you're not, simply because you're trying to help somebody who doesn't want your help, who doesn't want to be better, who doesn't want to grow spiritually, who doesn't want to excel or become the best version of their self. You waste your energy when you do that. This is why it's important to understand that once you're not accepted or somebody is rejecting you or pushing you away, stay away. Stay away and then move on to people and those who are ready for your light and those who are ready to receive. People will reject you. They'll reject what you're saying. They'll be standoffish towards you. They will not want to hear anything that you have to say. They won't accept it. And that's okay. The Bible even states that when you enter into a city or someone's home and they reject you and they do not want to hear what you have to say, you simply dust the dust off your feet and keep it pushing. You simply dust the dust off your feet and keep it moving to somebody who will accept what you have to say, who will come to the knowledge of the truth, or who is ready to be awakened spiritually. It's not for everybody. You can't help everybody. You're not sent to help everybody. One man plants the seed, another one waters it, but it's God who gives the increase. It is God who awakens the person spiritually. And unfortunately, sometimes when people aren't ready to awaken spiritually to the knowledge of truth, when they're not ready to get into alignment with God, it's only because they simply have to go through more suffering in this life. They simply must suffer a little bit more in order to come to that truth. And a lot of times what it is people's pride and ego that's in the way. And when someone's pride and ego is in the way, there's nothing that you can do about that. Even the Bible states that pride comes before the fall. And that's why Jesus said that one must die to themselves in order to enter into the kingdom of heaven. You must die to yourself, which is dying to that ego, which is dying to the pride of life, which is dying to the lust of the eye, the lust of this flesh, which is dying to that. That's why he said that. In order to enter into the kingdom of heaven, you must first die to yourself, which is your ego, which is this mind-made sense of self. And a lot of people aren't willing to do that, which is why it's not your job to help everyone. You just plant the seeds wherever you go. Somebody else will come along and water it, and God is the one who will awaken the person to truth. And I want to give you a little story. Even in the Bible, it talks about King Nebuchadnezzar and how King Nebuchadnezzar was this mighty king of Babylon. And he was the highest of highest kings in human form. And he had all of everything. He had so much pride and so much arrogance and so much ego. He would often say to himself, like, golly, look how great I am. Look what all I've created. Look what all I've built, without acknowledging God at all. So God gave him dreams, and he couldn't interpret the dreams. So finally he found Daniel, who was able, he called to Daniel, who he knew interpreted dreams, who was an Israelite. And Daniel was able to decipher that in the dream, it meant that basically he was going to be humbled by God and be driven away from his kingdom and from people, and would be forced to eat from the grass like an ox, would be forced to crawl on his four limbs like an ox or an animal, a wild animal, and eat from the grass as if he was an animal, because of his pride, because of his arrogance. And it wasn't until he would be able to come to the knowledge of truth and have that awakening to God and acknowledge God, that he would then be able to be restored and his kingdom given back to him. So even in that story, King Nebuchadnezzar was humbled. And exactly what was interpreted in the dream is what happened. He was driven out the kingdom, and he had to live as a wild animal for 7 years until he came to the knowledge of truth, until he was ready for his spiritual awakening. You see, there is nothing or nobody. Even Daniel, before that happened, said, after he interpreted the dream, was like, man, maybe if you, go ahead and repent, like turn away from your wickedness and stop oppressing people and stop trying to control people and stop being jealous and envious and hateful of people, then maybe that this dream won't come true. Then maybe you can reverse all of this that was going to happen to you in this dream. But he wasn't willing to, because that pride and that arrogance and that ego was in the way. And this is why I'm telling you, with some people, their pride, their ego, and their arrogance are going to be so in the way that you're not going to be able to tell them anything. You're not going to be able to help them. These people are unhelpable at this moment. So you just knowing that, I don't want you to waste your energy. You don't need to waste your energy on people who aren't ready to awaken, on people who aren't ready to come to the knowledge of truth, on people who aren't ready to understand or come to in alignment with themselves and God. Don't waste your energy. You can't help everybody. Some people have to learn the hard way. All right. So I just wanted to give this out, you guys, because I've been there before. And I know some of you who are so kind-hearted and love to see the potential in people and love to help others. It's very easy for you to get entangled in this, wanting to help people awaken and wanting to help people come to God and wanting to help people come to the knowledge of truth. Everybody can't go. Not right now. Everybody can't awaken at the same time. Everybody is not going to come to the knowledge of truth at the same time. And you have to be okay with that and understand that it's a part of the process, and everybody will at their own time. All right. Some will, some may not, but either way, it's not yours to control. It belongs to God. All right. All right. I love you all. I hope y'all have a blessed rest of your day. Peace, blessings, and love to you all, you beautiful, beautiful people. I am so encouraged by the testimonies and the things that y'all say in the comments. Even when I don't get to always comment back, I read the comments, you guys. I love you guys. And I don't always get, I work and I have a family and stuff like that. So I don't always get to hone in like I want to, or like I'm getting ready to, I'm in the process of moving and all kind of things. So you guys bear with me. I love you guys, and I appreciate the fact that y'all take your time to comment, like, and subscribe. And go ahead and continue to share this message. And until next time, peace, blessings, and love to you all.